everyone. We have finished the 30 Days of Flowers yesterday, and this is what I've decided to do in replacement. So I thought I would do some more elements from this page. I may not do all of it on camera, but I thought I would give you some new guides on different bits of it and get it finished. I thought it would be quite nice to actually get this finished. Now we've got videos for quite a few different bits. I thought I'd quickly talk you through this now. And I put them all in a playlist, and I will link to that playlist, so hopefully it'll be easy for you to find them all. So we have got a video for this picture, we have got one for the clock, we've got the desk, and we've got the chair, and we've got the items on the desk. That's 3 separate videos. We have got these elements down here. We've got the floor, which you can't see, the rug and the floor is a video. We have got the fishbowl, we've got the lamp, we've got these bits here. I don't know if they're a separate video or mixed in, not sure. We've got those bits there in a video. We have got this bit here, and I have coloured the rest of this unit now using the same technique as I explained in this video. Sorry about my finger, I cut it, I'll explain later. And this bookcase, now I did a video for just a little bit of the bookcase here, and I used the same colours for all the books, just mixed them about through the page, through the bookcase. And I've also coloured this sailing boat and this pot on my own, as well as the cardboard box on the top there. It's very simple. And this heart and star piece here, and the telephone, the bird. So I finished the bookcase and these papers on my own. But I have had a request for a specific bit to do, so I'm going to deal with that first, which is this shelf here. So I'm going to zoom in and get started and position my book. I have to put it down as low as I can without hitting my tripod. There we go, let's just zoom in a little more. There we go. Now I was asked specifically to do the candlestick, the lantern, the chest and the lampshade, so I will concentrate on those elements. So we'll get going using the polychromos, of course, that we always use. Oh, I have also done the wall. I just used a pastel blue pencil to do it all in blue. I told you before that I was going to do it in blue, so I just got on and did it. So let's start with the candlestick. Now it's quite tempting to do it metallic. It's rather nice, as well as the lantern in a metallic and some of the chest. So I'm just thinking colour wise that the candle and the chest, if we do those in sort of goldish and the lantern in silver, then they'll look a little bit different to each other. So as I say, we'll start with the candle, and if we do it slightly goldy, I might do it in a cheats way because it's smaller, so we haven't got that much space, although we did do the other one with quite a few. Yes, let's just make a start with the dark colour and see how we get on. So this is the burnt umber. There are different ways to make gold, obviously. I'm just going to sharpen. This is this sharpener that created my injury. My great injury to my finger. I changed the blade in the sharpener. I had a bag of spare blades, and I popped my finger in to grab one out, and it bit me. So big tip, I had a magnetic screwdriver, so really it might have been sensible if I just popped my screwdriver in to grab one, but you know, it was early in the morning, brain was obviously not awake quite enough, but it didn't feel like it had cut too far. I thought it was fine. And I'm going to do the gold parts of the chest at the same time. It'll just save me time. So this again, we're still with the burnt umber colour, and I'm thinking it's going to be this bit here. I'll just do a bit each side, bit at the bottom. Yeah, I popped out to the shop, and I left the shop. I was just taking off my mask, and I noticed that that had blood on my fingers. I was like, oh, I was thinking, what have I done? Have I got a nosebleed? My nose was running a bit because I'd just gone back outside into the fresh air, but no. And I looked all over my hands and eventually realised this is the raw umber that I had. I'd cut that finger where I'd cut it had opened up and was bleeding. I thought, oh, I hope I hadn't been bleeding all over the shop, the supermarket. But anyway, hopefully not. But there we go, that was my excitement. I had a nice walk anyway, and got all the top-up groceries midweek, which I needed to get. These bits here I'm going to keep quite dark. I might just fill them in. I may not put any other colour on top of those. But you can see all I'm doing is just extending those dark areas. Once you've marked out where you want it dark, it's quite easy. You can just start working. I'm not going to make that bit too much bigger, because I think it would make sense it was lighter there. There we go. Right, next, should we go straight to green gold? I think we will. I'm just doing, this is a, oh, hit my tripod, a slightly different colour order to what I, a sort of colours, green gold here, slightly different colours to what I probably have used before. But really, I tend to just use a light brown, a dark brown, sorry, followed by a light brown, followed by green gold, one of the browny yellows like the Naples or the ochre yellows, and then a lighter yellow. Just put the gold on top of there. And you can, even if you haven't got much time or you've got a really small space, this green gold is really nice on its own. It looks quite goldy without any other colours, or you could just shade it up with a little bit of brown. So you don't have to use a million trillion colours. I think I'm going to go for this one next because it's nice and long. I can read the name on it. It's not really a good way to choose. This is the light yellow ochre. Okay, this is my penultimate colour, so I'm thinking about how far to take it. I need a bit of space for my final colour, but I also need some space for some white, but I want to make sure I fill up a fair bit of the space as well. So just keeping that in mind as I'm colouring here. I quite like having more of the lighter yellowy colours, and makes it a brighter colour, but if you want a more antique gold look, then make it a bit darker. Okay, so last yellow, what shall I pick? I think this one might work. This is the, just checking, this is the light cadmium yellow. Again, everything needs a sharpen today. There it is. It says cadmium yellow, the light has been sharpened off. It's not much of a help, but it will all be in the description, the colours for you. So here I'm trying to get quite a good coverage of yellow, but leaving a little bit of white. Try and remember to do all the elements. I think I'm there. And there we have quite shiny candlestick. You could make these two different colours if you wanted. You could make this a bit more brassy by adding a bit of a more orangey colour in here if you wanted to. But I'm happy with those like that. Okay, so now we have the actual candle. Now the colour of the candle, I always tempted to do them red, and I don't know why. I just feel a red candle looks quite cool. So I think that's what I'm going to do. This is it's a pale geranium lake. Again, it needs a sharpen. Everything needs a sharpen today. Oh, excuse me sniffing. So what I'm going to do with the candle is I want to make it look more rounded. So I'm going to put some colour on each edge, like that. And that's quite a hard layer of colour. And then layer it up a bit more, bring it in slightly, and then just gently bring it in with a light hand so that it looks paler in the centre, and then it looks a little bit more rounded. I've just realised I can't really zoom in much more, I don't think. You can't really see that well, can you? There, that's probably a bit better for you. So that's the actual candle itself, and then we've got the flame. Flames are really tricky. I have done got a tutorial on a book for flames, and I had a go, and the book is brilliant, and all the other tutorials I've done I've been really impressed, but The flame didn't come out as well as I'd hoped, and I think I just need a bit more practice really. We've got a very small flame here, so I think I'm going to just keep it very simple. I'm going to use an orange at the bottom and then just a yellow at the tip. So I'm going to use this orange. This is the dark cadmium orange. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. And I'm going to use it at the bottom, but I'm going to use a few layers low down and then just fade it up. Okay, and then let's put it to the side, and then use the yellow for the top. This is the dark cadmium yellow, and I'm going to go over the orange, just extend that up to the tip. And it doesn't look realistic, but I think, you know, you can see it's a candle. Now we have a problem with the light coming off the candle here because we've got a blue background. If I put yellow or orange on top, if I put yellow on top, it's going to go green. So I'm probably going to not do anything with that and just leave it with those little lines that Johanna's drawn for us, and I'll probably just leave it there. And it's quite a small element on the page. I don't think it's going to matter that it's not, you know, if you made it really bright, our eyes would be drawn to it, and maybe we don't want that. Maybe we want to be able to see all elements equally. I don't think there's something that needs to be a big feature. Anyway, moving on to the lantern, and yes, I know I say lantern in a really weird way. Someone did point it out to me in the last video that I did, and I spoke to people about it. My children, my husband said it's the wrong way to say it. I spoke to my sister and she said that is exactly how she says it. So obviously, cold grey 6. Obviously it's the way we were both taught to say it, which is interesting. I haven't asked my parents if they say it that way. I don't know if it's a dialect thing or whether it's just, I don't know. Now, as I'm choosing which areas to do dark, I talk you through what I'm doing. So this piece sticks out. Okay, and this piece is underneath, so I'm making this piece darker because it will be in the shadow, and this piece is a bit further forward, so I'm not going to extend that dark colour across so much. I'm afraid on this one I'm going to ignore that drawing. I'm just going to go right across. Here I'm just going to put a little bit each side because I want these bits a little bit darker to look like they're set back. Now this is glass, I'm assuming, so I'm going to assume these are metallic. I don't really know what they're supposed to be, so I'm just going to do them the same. So this is going to be very much all silvery as far as I can do silver. Now here we have these holes. Hang on, I'll just do this bit first. Now I want these to look like they're set in, so I'm going to do them dark like this. Okay, so I think they are, maybe they let the air into the lantern. I'm not really up on lanterns, I don't know how they work. Okay, now we're using the cold greys. A cold grey or more bluey grey gives us a more silvery feel. So this is cold grey 4. All I can see on there is the 4. I had to work out what IV was. Is it 4? You need to know your Roman numerals. I was taught them at school. My children know them well. I think they have to know them these days again at school. Not, they're doing A-level maths, they know it anyway. But I don't think they worry about it at that stage. But I think at primary school, I think you're supposed to know it. Maybe even at GCSE. Not sure. GCSE is the exams they take at 16. For those of you who aren't from the UK, I know there are a lot of you. Oh. And I've started putting affiliate links on my videos. Well, I always have had affiliate links on the videos. I've started adding in USA because I know I've got quite a lot of people watching from the USA, so that you can find the resources more easily. Now, cold grey 2 to finish off. I've had a request to do it for Australia as well. I've done it on a few videos. I'm in the process of applying today. This is videos going out a long way after. it's been a bit tricky journey with the Australia. Well, I've got to apply for to declare that I'm paying UK tax, so that I don't get charged tax in Australia or something. I'm not quite sure how the tax works. I know in America we have a tax treaty, so you only pay tax in either UK or America, not both. And for my old business, I had to have that all sorted out. So I've already got my ITIN, which is my international tax number. I don't know where all the extra numbers, international tax something number. I don't know. So I had that all sorted out, so that was nice and easy. But this is Cold Grey 1. This is for the glass. And I'm just going to do a little bit, because it isn't going to be white, is it? But I want it to look slightly smoky, because this is a paraffin lamp, isn't it? So I've done a bit of that. I don't think that's really doing much for me. I'm going to use this one. This is a warm grey and it's number 2, and it's quite browny, as you can see, slightly brown anyway. So I'm going to try that, see if that looks better. To make it look like it's got a sort of smoky glass. It's still going to be quite subtle. I don't want it to be really dark. So anyway, I'm trying to sort out the tax as well, and I'm trying to decide. It's quite time consuming to put all the affiliate links on everything, going back on my old videos. So I'm just trying to work out quite what to do. I quite like that now. I do. We could add a bit of shine with the white pen, but I think I'm not going. I think I'm going to leave it. So now the chest. I'm thinking dark brown, sort of wood, but I don't want to go really dark to start with. So, ooh, just hit the tripod again with my hand this time. So I'm going to go with this one. This is the Van Dyke Brown. Okay, and just do a light layer, because I need it to stand out from the shelf, which obviously we haven't coloured yet. But so there is the basic, really light. And oh, I've got my brush back. I can use that if I want to. So I'm doing a little bit of dark at the bottom. I just think it might be. I'm trying to fade that up a bit there. Maybe no, maybe on the lid, because it slopes, so it will be dark at the bottom, I think, and lighter as it slopes up. That's my idea anyway. I think that's okay. Now I want to draw some wood grain on it, so I'm going to use a really dark colour. I'm using my dark sepia. I love my dark sepia. I use it a lot. It's my little baby. It will, I'm just doing some lines, easy peasy. Don't line them all up. Start some here and some here and some here, so that it doesn't look too uniform. There we go. Okay. How are we doing for time? 18. I think I might leave that there, and I might come back on another session to do a little bit more in this area, including the lampshade, because think as this is the second video for the day, I don't want to make it quite so long as the first one. It's just my idea really but I've got a few ideas of other elements on the shelf, so I shall do a little bit more work on there. Okay, so I'm going to let that do for now. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that was okay for you, and enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.